know this is probably really distracting, but it's been very hectic because I've actually filmed this video twice already because the information that I had was kind of lacking. Well, not lacking, but I forgot to put a lot of stuff in. So I'm just going to redo it because I couldn't upload that. The point of this video is how to keep your room smelling really clean when you have lots of pets in it. I have a hamster and 2 male mice in here. They're all males, so they do kind of stink more than the females do. So my room can smell very bad. If I didn't do these things, my room would probably smell pretty horrible. So my first tip is pretty obvious. It's to keep your cage clean. You want to keep your wheel, water bottle, any tubes, plastic items, or wooden items in the cage smelling really clean. How you do this is you wash them in either vinegar water solution or an animal safe soap. Make sure that it is animal safe because these animals have really sensitive lungs. It could really hurt them quite badly if you washed it in, let's say, like a hand soap or something with a lot of perfume in it, so try to go for something unscented. Another thing you want to do is spot clean. If you don't spot clean, your cage will just get dirty a lot faster. And if you don't know how to spot clean, I think I actually have a video on that. It's quite old and the audio is probably really bad and the camera's quality is really bad. So don't watch it, but go watch it. So the next thing that you could do to keep your room smelling cleaner is provide your animal with a litter tray. For small animals like hamsters, mice, gerbils, you don't want to use a clumping litter. You don't want to use a clumping litter for any small animals, rabbits, guinea pigs, anything like that, because the respiratory systems are very sensitive, so if they breathe it in, it could clump in their nose, or it's not good for them. It's really dusty and stuff, so just stay away from clumping litter. Try and use different substrate than the stuff that's in your cage. I recommend probably Yesterday's News cat litter. It's not like a clumping litter, it's like recycled newspaper. Something you might want to do if you do have mice is just stay away from wooden toys entirely, because they'll spray on it and then their urine will get soaked up to it and all that nasty junk. Another thing you could do is get a larger cage. A lot of animals tend to smell quite a bit more when you stuff them into a small environment. So if you have a hamster or a mouse or something just in a tiny critter trail cage, you might want to just get a bigger cage, even a 20-gallon tank, even though they're not that big. That'll make it a bit better. You probably want to stretch for more of a 55-gallon or a DIY cage though. So another way to keep your cage smelling really clean is to just have different types of bedding. By different types of bedding, I mean decent types of bedding, not different types of bedding. So Carefresh, Aspen, really absorbent beddings, not beddings with perfume in them because that's really bad for them, but things I said Aspen. You can use KT Clean and Cozy. That's not as absorbent, but Carefresh is probably the best because it's really soft and absorbent, but it's quite pricey, so I'd probably go for Aspen. It's kind of an in-between, so not as soft, but it is a wood-based bedding. So another thing you can do to keep your room smelling clean when you have lots of pets in it is make sure that the area around the cage is clean. If your mouse, rabbit, guinea pig, whatever, has bedding that's been soiled on around their cage and you haven't been cleaning it up, that's going to cause your room to smell a lot more, so you want to make sure that's clean. Hay, turds, anything that's been pushed out of the cage, you want to make sure that you clean that up, because obviously if that's pushed out of their cage, it's just gonna make the smell even worse because now all their soiled bedding's just kind of spreading throughout your room. So now we're just gonna kind of talk about deodorizers, because what if you've done all these steps and your room still smells a lot like mice urine or whatever? So I'm just gonna tell you a couple different deodorizers you can use. One I actually have in these guys' cages right now. I'm gonna go grab one to show you guys. But it's basically a little pack of rocks. It's a natural deodorizer. You can stick it in their cage as long as they can't get it, and it's supposed to help clear the ammonia in the urine. So this is just what I'm talking about here, one of these little packs. As you can see, there's little rocks and charcoal and different things in there. So it says this is a non-toxic odor eliminator that contains pure refined carbon pellets which absorb and neutralize molecular odors It also contains a mineral that removes ammonia odors from the air. So that's what it is. Another thing you can get are odor minimizing, got it that time, zeolite crystals. That's what they look like. You just put them underneath your bedding. I think if you saw your pet like chewing on them or something, you should probably just take them out, because I haven't tried them yet, but I'm assuming they kind of work like those ones, and yeah. Anyways, my mom pretty much made me buy them. I didn't really want to, but I did anyways, and now I can show you guys. So yeah, pick those up. They're not too expensive. That one, the bigger one, is $6.99, and the little ones are $3.99, and that's in Canadian. I'd probably go for these over the other ones just because I think they're a bit safer, but yeah. So another deodorizer that you can put in your animal's cage is actually baking soda. You probably didn't know that you could put baking soda in your animal's cage, but you actually can. Yep, I have some underneath my bedding right now. Don't know if it's doing anything. Probably not, but you can do it, because when your parents are like, your room stinks, and you're like, yep, but I got baking soda in my cage, so they're parents. So, like, I don't know if you guys got that last part because my camera stopped recording, but I'm gonna go grab the baking soda deodorizers, so I'm gonna grab that. I just stepped on shattered glass. Feel bad for me. From the light bulb. Okay, so I have different types of, just put my hand in one, 3 different types of baking soda deodorizers. There's this one's for like your fridge or something, but yeah, so that's one. This is just baking soda in a cup, in case you didn't know what baking soda looked like. That's what it looks like. And this is a container of baking soda. Just like cut the top off or something. They're like $1, so I really hope that my hair hasn't been touching the mic this entire time, because that would be bad. Okay, so these deodorizers are supposed to be like natural deodorizers. I don't really want to touch it because it like gets gooey and stuff. But yeah, like, it's a natural deodorizer. They're really cheap. I have 2, this one and this one. This one smells like baby powder. This one smells really weird. But yeah, they last like, I don't know, like a month or something. So yeah, you can use these. In case you never had one. I mean, up until now I've never had one, so. And I forgot to mention, with bedding, you can also use corncob bedding. It's supposed to like make your cage smell nicer or something. I tried to get some, but it was sold out at my store, so yeah. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you don't want it to stink, just don't do it. So like, this is vinegar and water solution. We talked about this earlier, but I have it in a spray bottle. I'm not going to spray it because it stinks. But yeah, you can just like spray this on your things and it gets rid of the odor, and like, obviously you want to rinse it off and stuff before you put it back in the cage, but it just helps if you have it in like a spray bottle. You can also use like baby wipes that don't smell a lot, and that really helps, I find. So yeah, I don't have any right now, but I need to go get some. So like, when I go get some, you guys are gonna know what baby wipes look like. Yep. Tip number 57. I haven't been counting. Clean water makes them smell good. Clean water. Oh, also, don't give your animals, like your small animals, like the hamster and the mice, don't give them baths. It just stresses them out. I mean, you can give like hedgehogs baths, but don't give these guys baths because that just stresses them out. I mean, I think you can give guinea pigs baths. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But don't give bunnies baths either. They don't like those. I actually have a couple things of baking soda in my cage. I'm going to go pick them up, and then I'm going to show them to you guys because, yep, I just hit the mic, so you probably just got a bonk. But also, with mice, you don't want to clean out the entire cage. Like, when you clean them, obviously you want to clean the cage like once a week or once every 2 weeks, but you want to leave some of the bedding in there so that way they spray a little bit less because they can still smell themselves. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Another tip is don't use cedar or pine or any air fresheners or Febreze or anything, because it really hurts their lungs, like small pets, rabbits, guinea pigs, chinchillas, hedgehogs, anything. You don't like, that'd be like breathing in like something that really hurt your lungs or really hurt your throat constantly, and like they can't get away from it. So you just really shouldn't put that in your room. Understand if your parents are trying to say like, oh, your pets stink, and they're trying to put in like Febreze or something, you just need to explain to them that it really hurts their lungs and it can really mess up their respiratory systems, especially mice and rats. You can give them respiratory infections by doing things like that. They can be allergic to it, so they can start sneezing constantly. Like my one mouse down there, he doesn't have a respiratory infection, but he is allergic to a lot of things, and he also sneezes from stress. So like, if I was to put their like scented candles or scented candles everywhere, then he'd start sneezing constantly because his last owner clearly didn't take very good care of him. They probably just, they stuck him in a tiny cage. They gave him KT Clean and Cozy bedding, about that much, and a full bowl of food. They left him downstairs in the cold, so he pretty much had a cold, and then he was allergic to things, and they were probably just spraying Febreze on him. So yeah, it's just a pet peeve of mine. Don't do your research. Don't, like, you know, there's no reason for you to be spraying your pet with Febreze, spraying your dog or spraying your cat. You know, you can buy safe pet things. You don't have to like give mice baths or give a hamster a bath, okay? Like, you need to do your research. So I hate to end this video being kind of enraged, but like, I'm not enraged. I just kind of want to explain that to people. It's okay if you have done that in the past. What matters is that you've changed it. Like, when I first had a rabbit, I made a whole bunch of mistakes, but I've changed the mistakes. I don't do them anymore. I didn't do my research. I was like, I don't know, I think I was 9 when I got my first rabbit. But from then on, I went to YouTube and I started watching these videos, and I learned so much, and it helped me so much. And now my rabbits are so happy, and everything's just good. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, or rate it, or all that stuff. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!